Hi guys, it's Paula and I hope you are doing well. This is going to be my second and final update for the Graveyard Project Pan before the finale on Halloween. This project was created by Emily from Emily and Max, and even though this is a Halloween themed project, I consider this one of my summer projects and I just love it. This is my third year doing this project. Emily created this project focusing on two different categories of products: collecting cobwebs and resurrection products. The collecting cobwebs are products that have not been used ever or in a long while, and therefore maybe getting a little dusty. I have a lot of those. And then of course she has the other category, which is resurrection products. And those are products that have previously been in a project pan, and for one reason or another, we didn't meet our goal on them. So we're bringing them back in an attempt to resurrect our goals. And I think from the start of this project, she's kept it very loose. Like we could work with anywhere between 5 and 10 products, but a large majority of us agreed to do 6 because 6 is a spooky number and this is a Graveyard Project Pan. So every year I try to start out with 3 collecting cobwebs products and 3 resurrection products. And I am so excited because I have met my goal on 2 of the resurrection products for this update. This is my first time meeting any goals on any items. Updates are every other month, and last update 2 months ago, which was my first update, I hadn't met any goals yet. So we have 2 items rolling out for this update and 2 rolling in to take its place. I'm so excited. So let's get into the 2 that I met my goal on. The first item is my Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is, I believe, a deluxe sample that took me 2 projects and like a year to finish. And this product originally started out in my 50 Shades of Purple project pan. And then after that project ended, I just kind of kept it in my bathroom, figuring like it's not like I'm gonna switch to another primer, but I do use colored eye bases quite often. So this was kind of like when I need a clear eye base, I will use this, but most of the time I use colored eye bases for my eye looks. Of course, these last 2 months, I was more motivated to finish it off because I could tell it was getting so close and I really wanted to roll it out for this update. So I've been using this more and more for the last 2 months and I was able to finish it off. I really enjoy the Urban Decay Primer Potion, but I have way too many eye primers in my inventory. I don't know how most of them were gifts with purchase. So it's not like I bought a bunch of eye primers and went ham on eye primers. They just kind of showed up with other products that I bought. But I am so happy to have 1 eye primer out of my inventory because way too many. The next item that I met my goal on comes from my Viseart Petite Pro 2 palette. This was my Pan That palette from a couple years ago when we did the theme Tiny Pans. And because look, it's so tiny. It's the tiniest little eyeshadow palette ever. And I had decided that I wanted to finally finish off this peachy matte shade right here, and I did it. It is gone. I've been working so hard on that peachy shade, just day in and day out. If you guys are ever wondering why I'm not making any progress on my baby Pan That palette, it's because of this guy. I just was doing peach all summer long. I'm still doing peach because I'm working on another peach shadow that I have not yet met my goal on. But yes, I was able to finish this one and I am so excited. Technically, I now have a 7-pan palette. This palette is officially moving from my 8-pan palette inventory to my 7-pan palette inventory, which is super duper exciting. I do have 3 7-pan palettes, so now I have 4. Yeah, so that's how I do it with my inventory when I finish off a shadow from a palette. If it can move down to another category, it moves down because I now consider this a 7-pan palette. And I'll be getting a point for my low buy bank. And yes, very exciting to have finished a shadow. Doesn't happen very often in my world, but when it does, it is a momentous occasion. So let's talk about the third collecting cobwebs product. I have used it a little, but it's another eyeshadow. And I was focusing on peach for the last 2 months almost exclusively. My third resurrection product comes from my e.l.f. 100 pan palette. I have set the goal of finishing off this pink shade right there. And I do believe that there is less product there now than there was 2 months ago. I have used it a couple times, but the truth is that I used, in an eye look, I would use these two shades in the same way. And they're very different. This is a very cool tone pink, that's a very warm tone peach, but both of them, in my opinion, are the shadows I would use in my like transition area. So after I put on my brow bone highlight, I would put it right under that. And I could only work on one, so I had to choose one. So I chose the peach. I am cautiously optimistic that I could finish this pink off in the next 2 months. We're going to be switching gears very, very soon. But yeah, I've really only been working on that peach eyeshadow for the last 2 months. So this didn't get a ton of love. I do think I made a little bit of progress. I definitely used it enough that I should have expanded the pan a little. But we'll see if I could finish it off by the finale on Halloween. Okay, the next 3 products all come from the Collecting Cobwebs category, and they were all pretty much brand new products, or never used products, not brand new because they're old, but they were never used products from my collection that I chose to work on. They all kind of had a summer vibe, a summer theme, and like I said earlier, I consider this to be like a summertime project. So I was definitely going for some summer vibes with these 3 products, but they're also just products that I was really excited to finally, you know, dig into and see what kind of damage I could do. I'm going to go with this one first before I knock it over. The first item is my Lancome Juicy Tubes, no, my Lancome Juicy Shaker Lip Oil. I can't remember what the name is of this, and I don't want to tip it over until I show you, but I have made some significant progress over the past 2 months. From the start of this project until the first update, I could not see any progress. From the start of the project until the first update, there was no progress, and I was feeling a little frustrated. But I think based on the progress I made over the last 2 months, all the progress was where the silver packaging is. So I couldn't see it, but I was using the product up because I've now used up quite a bit. So I'm guessing I used up about as much, but the product was up here. So by the time the first update came, I thought I was starting at this line, but that must have been where I was at the first update. My initial progress line was probably up here somewhere, but I can't see it. But I did make this much progress over the last 2 months, and you can see what's left. The product has completely separated because I've had it sitting on my bathroom counter, but there is the lip oil up here and the pigment down here, and when you shake it up, it just kind of makes a clear gloss. Okay, so this is called Freedom of Peach. Let me write that down. So I am very, very happy with that amount of progress. I don't think I'll be able to finish this off in the next 2 months, but I think I will make really good headway on this item in order for it to be an empty for 2024, and I'm okay with that. So really happy with that progress. And really happy with these little tapes as progress measures. These are nail stickers for nail art, but I've never used them as nail art, so I figured I'd start using them to mark some of my more... I often use nail polish to mark progress, but a lot of times a nail polish mark is pretty thick. So these lines are nice and thin, and I like them for certain products. Other products like lotions, I don't mind using a nail polish, but something like this where the progress is very subtle, these tiny little nail stickers are perfect. So I moved them to my bathroom and I'm using them up that way. The next Collecting Cobwebs items is my Saharan by Juvia's Place palette, Saharan 2. And I'm wearing it today. I've worn it quite a bit. My goal is to hit pan on one of the eyeshadows in this palette. And I have a dip going, but no pan yet. This is the item right there. I am loving that shade. I brought it in to this project with the idea of using it strictly as an inner corner highlight like I have today. But I'm surprised by how often I've used it as an all over lid shade over the last 4 months, and I've really enjoyed it. I have no idea if I'm going to be able to hit pan on this by the finale, but I am still motivated to use this shade. I don't feel like the season has passed for this beautiful teal, this beautiful shade, and so I'm I'm gonna try and focus in on this over the last 2 months and see if I could hit pan. I can't remember where, but I recently heard somebody mention that actually Juvia's Place eyeshadow pans are pretty shallow. And so that was kind of motivating. But yeah, I wish I was using more of this palette other than this one shade. It's hard to just open this palette up for that one shade. But the truth is I have so much going on as far as project panning eyeshadows that I really can't afford to play around with these other shadows right now. But I'm just loving this minty shade for my inner corner highlight. I went a little ham with it today. And the final product in my collecting cobwebs category is this Wet n Wild, old Wet n Wild lipstick. It's called the Perfect Pear Lip Wand. And it's a dual-ended lipstick with a lip liner and a lip crayon lip. It's a skinny lipstick kind of a thing, like a chubby lip liner or a skinny lipstick, depending on how you look at it. The reason I put this in this project is, one, it's very, very old, and two, my friend Nicole from Tinkerbell Rocks mentioned that these are pretty easy to pan. Now, Nicole is one of those project panners that if she just looks at an item, she pans it. So I have to take what she says with a grain of salt because our panning styles are so very different, and she pans things infinitely more easy than I do. So when she says it's easy to pan something, I have to like adjust accordingly for my expectations. But I have to agree that this is going relatively fast. I mean, sometimes it takes me 3 years to pan a lipstick, and I actually think that this might be gone by the finale, which is pretty amazing. I do have 2 more of these too. So, I mean, with this kind of success, I really need to get on the other 2 and use them up as well. But this peachy shade, I'm wearing it right now. This peachy shade was just perfect for the peachy summer I've been having. It's just, everything's been peach all summer long. And so it's been just something I've been really reaching for while I've been panning these peach eyeshadows. But let me start by showing you the lip liner end of this product. That is all I have left, you guys. That's it. I can't believe it. That's it. Rolled all the way up. It's so tiny. Like, I can do this. I can do this. Unless I start getting really tired of summer shades. Like, if a cold snap hits and summer goes away, I might have a harder time reaching for some of these. But as long as this hot weather keeps coming, I'm totally fine with wearing these colors all day, every day. And then here's the lipstick end. Wait, guys, wait for it. Oh my gosh, it's all I have left. Oh my gosh, that's it. It's rolled all the way up. I think I could finish this by the finale. I never in a million years thought that I could actually finish this lipstick. This was not part of my, like, I always say, like, you know those plan to pan videos that come out in December. I think it was started by Sarah Rose, but I'm not sure. But I always know that video is not for me, because it doesn't matter what I think I'm going to be working on in December. It's not what I end up working on throughout the year. Like, my plans are constantly changing, and this came out of nowhere. But look, I might actually finish this year. I'm so excited. I do keep this in my purse. This is like my go-to, like, during the workday, reapply lipstick product, and that helps. Unfortunately, the cap on the lip liner, it's not broken, but it's no longer staying on the package. So I sometimes find the cap rolling around in my purse. So I do make sure I roll it all the way down just to kind of protect it a little bit. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating that this cap doesn't stay on, but I can usually kind of like keep it on, and I just put it in my purse like this, and it will it usually stays on, but sometimes it doesn't. So I am ready to finish this off. I'm so excited with all the progress I've made on this. I never saw that coming, but I'm feeling cautiously optimistic that I can finish that entire product off by the end of this project. My only question is, would I give myself 2 points for this or 1? Because it's 2 ends. I'm not sure. Let me know in the comments what you guys think I should do. Should I give myself a point for each end of that as I finish it, or is it just 1 product? I don't know. All right, like I said earlier, because I finished 2 items in this project, I do get to roll in 2 new items or old items to replace them. Since both the products I finished came from the Resurrection category, I've decided to replace them with Resurrection products. And both of these products come from a project pan that just ended not too long ago called the Friends Project Pan, which was created by which was created by Amy from Curly Loves Books and Beauty. And so if you were following that project, I don't think either of these items will be much of a surprise to anybody. The first item I am rolling in is this eye brightener from Trish McAvoy. This is kind of a color correcting, peachy, click up pen concealer / corrector. I have no way of knowing how much product is left in here, but I've been suspecting for quite a while that it is on its last leg, and yet it's still here. I don't know if it'll be gone tomorrow or in 2 months or in 10 months. I have no idea. I've already brought in another under eye corrector into another project because I thought this would be gone by now, and it's not. So I am kind of alternating my use between the two color correctors at this point because I want to start making progress on that color corrector, but this is still here. So I figured let's roll it into this project and make it official because I haven't been able to stop using it since that project ended. I knew I wouldn't. First of all, this is a really good product and I really, really like it. It's a little bit more, I prefer my under eye correctors to have a little bit more pink in them. But other than that, the formula of this product is amazing and I would consider purchasing this down the road if I could find it and get my hands on it. It is a really good under eye corrector. Anyways, my goal is to finish that, of course. Hopefully I can do that by the finale. And the next product I thought I could put away. I think I specifically said that I would put it away for now and that I could walk away from it even though I'd made some progress. I was okay with, putting it back in the office and saying goodbye to it for a while. And the truth is, I've been missing it so much ever since that project ended, and that is the blush from my Makeup Revolution Sugar and Spice palette. Yeah, I've missed this so much. It turns out that at this moment in time, I'm only working on one blush. And working on one blush at a time makes Paula a very, very dull girl. It's been hard. And especially since that one blush is pretty sheer, I almost feel like that blush in particular doesn't really show up on my skin. So if I'm going for a look where I want to look like I have a flush on my cheeks, I need another product, even if it's just as a base for the blush I'm panning. So I've decided to bring this guy back in. When I had it in my friend's project pan, I do believe I made some progress, but progress is unbelievably slow. Even though I've already hit pan, you would think it's just like this light layer across the top that I just need to finish off. No, it is going very, very slow, but I love this shade so much. I did put a little bit on my cheeks just now to give myself a little bit of color because like I said, I felt like I had no blush on, even though I put a lot of blush on. And yeah, I just love this blush so much, but I would like to finish it off. I would like to have one less blush in my inventory. I don't think that's going to happen in the next 2 months, but I want to keep working on this and keep making progress and have one more blush in my rotation in the bathroom because just working on that, I've only been working on the one blush for like a couple weeks and I'm just like, oh, I need another blush. I need another blush right now. So I'm bringing that back in. So that is it for this update, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. The finale will be in 2 months on Halloween, so keep an eye out for that. If you're interested in binging this project with other project panners, you could find the hashtag Graveyard Project Pan here on YouTube as well as over on Instagram. This is a large group collab. There's a lot of people doing this project because it's super fun. And as long as Emily keeps bringing this project back, I will continue to do it. 100%. Like, I love this project. And I like projects that are a little bit longer, 6 months to a year. That's more like my speed. But yeah, that's it for this update, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.